Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Reese from First Drop Enthusiast, and this is my first post back from the dead, from the drought, I would say. Today I have a pretty good announcement. Today I'm going to be starting a new series, something I've never really tried on this channel, but something I'm going to start doing. I really dedicate this series to Logan, my friend. You know, I kind of dragged him on here. He doesn't really know much about roller coasters, but he knows more than the general public. I'll say that. I'm kind of the person that's that enthusiast. I know a lot about roller coasters. Show me a picture of a roller coaster, I'll name it. Ask me about a roller coaster, like how tall is King Call, I'll name it. How tall is Top Thrill Dragster, I'll name it. How fast is, the fastest coaster in the world, I'll name it. And yes, I know it's the fastest coaster. Okay, so, starting off. So I'm just going to this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-part series, right? This is going to be part 1. This is going to be a little bit longer because I have to do this explanation. So, if you're coming back from the other videos, I will give a brief announcement. If you're coming back from the other videos, this is the part 1, and that was all just explaining what this series is going to be about. Okay, so number 1, we're going to be explaining different roller coaster manufacturers, and I'm going to have you cut the video, and I'm going to put my video down in the corner so I can show you some different pictures and stuff. So let's get to it. At number 1, we're just going to start out with, the one and only Bolliger and Mabillard. So Bolliger and Mabillard, as you may know, actually I'll put a picture down in the bottom corner, and I'll keep my video up here. So Bolliger and Mabillard, they have coasters. So I will name the type of coasters. If I'm forgetting any, comment below. They have stand-up coasters. I'll show. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show what their track type looks like right now. So they have very different track, okay? So their track is a steel box with 2 spines connected with 2 steel tubes. And so that's what their track looks like, okay? They have dive coasters, wing coasters, hyper coasters, giga coasters, sit-down coasters, stand-up coasters, flying coasters, and if I forget any, please comment down below. B&M is probably one of the most dominant manufacturers. They probably were during the 1990s, but, Intamin definitely ruled the 2000s, which I'll get to next. Okay, next we have Intamin. I'll show the track down here. They're responsible for coasters like Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster, King Ka, Hyperion, and their newest coaster is going to be Pantheon this year. So they're coming back. So a little brief story on Intamin. They ruled the 2000s. Okay, they made the first Giga coaster in 2000. They made the first Strata coaster in 2005 or 4, I believe. They aren't afraid to do anything. They made the world's fastest coaster, so they're not afraid to take challenges in their own hands. So, Intamin, I'll show a picture of Millennium Force down there, and you already saw that track down there. So just get that in your mind. So if you see like a roller coaster, and I'll show like the double spine track down there too. So this is the double spine track, and this track is pretty much used for more intense coasters like I-305 uses just this track, and the new Velocicoaster that is going to Islands of Adventure for 2021 will probably use this track as well because it's going to be a more intense coaster. So that should give you a pretty good overview of Intamin, right? Next up we have Mach Rides, or Mach Rides, Mach, whatever you want to say. It's M-A-C-K. However you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Mach Rides. Okay, Mach Rides, I'm kidding. Mach Rides, pretty much, it's a very expensive company. They just built Copperhead Strike in 2019 for Carowinds, and that was pretty successful. It was Carowinds' most expensive coaster. If you guys hear any background noise, that's my dog. Anyway. They have some pretty expensive coasters. They're responsible for Hyperion. Not Hyperion. Helix. And that is a very popular coaster. I will show the track type right now. So this is the track type. It's very, it's close to Intamin, right? Okay. Track. So if I pull up their track right here. Okay, yeah. So Mach Rides track looks exactly like Intamin, but their track is like a triangle, right? Intamin's track is like a box, okay? It's just like Mach Rides, but it's a square. Okay, so pretty much the difference you'll be able to tell between Mach Rides and Intamin is the trains, which I'll show the Mach Ride trains right here. They feature very comfortable lap bars. And Mach Rides usually give some pretty good airtime. Bakoma. Airtime Thrills put it in a perfect way. Bakoma should be known as the comeback kid, right? Bakoma. They started with their Bakoma boomerangs. I'll show a picture of those. The most cloned ride in the world, the Bakoma boomerang. It has, I don't know how many Bakoma boomerangs there are. I don't know. And the Bakoma SLC. Those are the two most common models. And I will show an SLC right here. So that's an SLC. These coasters features a lot of headbanging, and they're very rough. So Bakoma disappeared off the market pretty much. Bakoma just was gone, and in the US, like, forgot about pretty much. And a couple years ago, they made a coaster named Let Coaster, okay? In Poland. And that coaster put them back on the map, I will tell you. This coaster is highly rated. It's in the top 20s. Has multiple inversions. High speed. Bakoma is going to come back in these next years, I'm telling you. They have new models, the Bermuda Blitz. Very similar to an Intamin Blitz coaster. I see Bakoma kind of just getting off Intamin. You know, they just kind of remind me of Intamin, right? Yeah, they're just kind of, you know, getting inspiration off Intamin, which, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, they're going to come back, I'll tell you that. Okay, and the last one for this video, if you want to learn more in depth about manufacturers, just go ahead and go watch, like, Coaster Studios, or, a good thing to watch is CoasterBot. He has really in-depth videos about manufacturers and all these types of coaster elements. This video isn't going to be the most in-depth, but my roller coaster elements is probably going to be a pretty in-depth video. So, yeah, and I didn't discuss B&M's coasters, alright? So B&M is responsible for Diamondback, Fury 325, Leviathan, Banshee is their inverted coaster. I forgot this part. The inverted coaster for B&M. B&M has an inverted coaster. It's a very popular model. One of the best models. It brings back the old intense B&M. B&M used to be a very intense manufacturer, and they've kind of just went to safety. They don't really try much stuff like Intamin does. They just kind of lay low and let stuff. Also known as Bolliger and Mabillard, by the way. It's B&M short for that. So the last one we're gonna get to, we'll have two more actually. I'll go for two more. Gerstlauer. Here's Gerstlauer track. I know what you're thinking, or you're probably not thinking this, but it looks like Mach Rides track, okay? Now, these two companies are very different, let me tell you. Gerstlauer is responsible for Canon. Oh my gosh, Canon looks amazing. Amazing. Smiler, the coaster with the most inversions in the world at Alton Towers. They're also responsible for TMNT Shellraiser, the most steep coaster in the world. I will show a picture of TMNT Shellraiser right there. So, yeah, Gerstlauer is just crazy. They're like Intamin level, like they try a ton of new stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Gerstlauer, and they have a couple models. They have a Eurofighter, an Infinity coaster. Oh my gosh, a spinning coaster. They do have a spinning coaster. They have much more models, but those are the ones that are more prominent. And our last manufacturer, I saved the best for last. We have Rocky Mountain Construction. So Rocky Mountain Construction, they have 3 different types of coasters, right? They have the iBox coaster. I will show a picture of the iBox track right there. It's 2 beams shaped like this, and it has like a spine that goes out again. That's what so RMC redoes old wooden coasters, and it's called the Iron Horse treatment. So they take the coasters, they make them drops more steep, they add a ton of airtime moments, inversions, all different kinds of stuff. They also have an RMC Raptor. I will show a picture of that right now. If you see one of these, that's RMC, okay? That's RMC. So, their new model coming out is the RMC T-Rex. This can reach to 400 to 500 feet if they wanted to. They can also make gigas and stuff with it. Like, they can make pretty short rides with the T-Rex track, but this is the T-Rex track right here. It has 2 riders across, and the Raptor only has 1 rider across, so that's what the big parks like Cedar Point and Kings Island are going to want, because they have higher capacity. So yeah, that's going to be pretty good, and so I think Rocky Mountain Construction is definitely dominating. It has done so well over these past years. RMC is just crazy. They're going out, they're doing all these good things. And Steel Vengeance, best coaster in the world. I'm getting to ride it this summer. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know I'm going to Cedar Point if you watch my video, like, from 5 days ago, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but I discussed my 2020 trip plans. If you want to go watch that, go ahead. Just click on the channel and go watch that. So that's going to be all for today. If you need me to go more into depth on my next video about roller coaster slang, I'm going to make that video next. It's probably going to be out right after this video, probably. So yeah, that's going to be what I'm talking about. And so if you watch this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to the slang video, come back, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, alright? So yeah, so you guys should know quite a bit already now. So if you guys want to know any more about manufacturers, go hit up CoasterBot. He has amazing videos about manufacturers. But this is the first episode of my GP to Enthusiast series. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.